This next John Wick film, there is someone who stuck it out. at least, at least from what we can see. Ballerina.
Yep.
What did you?
So the trailer dropped recently for the next installment of the John Wick universe,
Mm-hmm.
which is called Ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw the trailer, um, and decided let's talk about it.
It
I'm
looked
just pulling up the IMDb
okay.
real quick.
It looked interesting. I would watch it.
Hmm.
It looks like there's going to be lots of twists and turns,
Hmm.
and I thought that was interesting. I don't have a whole lot to offer to this conversation. I don't know a whole lot about John Wick. I saw the series when the series came out, but I haven't seen all the movies. So
What series? Oh, the Continental.
yeah,
Yes, we spoke about that briefly. Mm.
yeah. So I don't. I mean, you can feel free to talk about it, but I don't have a whole lot to say because I thought it looked interesting, but I don't know. I don't know John Wick
Welcome
movies.
back to everywhere. If it ain't about the money, Puff, I just don't care.
Right.
Your earring was like, I'm gonna dance down to the floor.
Right down to the floor.
Get it on the floor. Get it on the floor. What?
Let you
Uh,
taking my job.
well, you picked the topic, so I gotta do something else. No, I'm
Yep,
just kidding.
that's true. That's true. Pull your
Well, let me
weight.
ask you. You said that you thought the trailer was interesting. But did it look like something you think you would enjoy? Did you like
Yeah,
it? Like,
I would
tell
totally
me.
watch. I would totally watch it. I mean, a ballerina and twists and turns and and guns. I mean, it looked interesting to me, and yeah, I would totally check it out. I mean, I don't know if people when I say that, I don't know how credible I am simply because I'm usually open to watching most things, to at least seeing it and seeing what happens and deciding then whether I like it or not. I'm a little bit more open than you are cuz you would be like, I don't want to see that. I hated that trailer. Meanwhile, I for the most part I feel like the trailer looked stupid, but I'm willing to watch to see if it really is stupid.
Which is funny because I go to the movies religiously and you don't go as often as I
I
go.
don't go
So the
exactly.
fact that I'm more strict about things and you're more open to things, but our movie tickets app would appear to show the opposite.
Time is usually not on my side when it comes to going to the movies. I would probably go to the movies a lot more if I had more time during the week. It's just that, and then by the time the weekend comes and I have all these other things to do, I never make it to the movies. But I would go. I would, if I had way more time, I'd probably see them all.
Got
Or
it.
most of them anyway, just because I love going to the movies. I love the experience of going to the movies, but also like that's how you find interesting stuff sometimes. Like, no, I haven't seen every single John Wick movie, but I'd totally watch one, and then maybe I'd go home and watch the rest. I don't know, like you know what I mean. So
Well, that's what I
I had to
thought
go
when I saw
into
the
it.
trailer. I said, "Ooh, this might be the movie that will get Dash really into John Wick," because I feel like this is a side story
Hmm.
where we're learning all about this new character or group of
Yeah,
characters, and it doesn't look like you really need to know much about John Wick to watch this, and so maybe you'll enjoy this. And that's why I said, watch this trailer right here.
yeah. I'm curious. I'm definitely curious about it. Again, like I said, listen, if you could give me a couple twists and turns and make me think, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen to her? What's gonna happen to him? Or who is he shooting at? Then,
Or that there was shooting.
oh, yes, yes. And I'm not a
And,
big,
and flamethrowers for some reason.
Right. And I'm not big with the weapons in the movies and whatever, but when you package it all together the way they did, I was like, I could I could do this. And I mean, who doesn't watch? I watch crime dramas all the time. There's lots of guns, so it's not like
This is true.
this is. I mean, just can't get enough of them, really. So,
Can't get enough. Can't get enough. I need that.
oh, you're really doing it. All right. Well, what did you think? Give us
I
your
am
thoughts.
usually not excited about the John Wick stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have seen all the John Wick stuff, but
Bizarre to me.
I say all the time, my best friend, shout out to Tez,
hmm
he loves John Wick, and so and Ness does too. We watch it together, but it's Tez's thing,
Right.
it's one of the few franchises that Tez sees and is like, hey, we gotta watch this, and we gotta watch it opening weekend, and I'm like, all right, I guess, but that's my number one guy, so I gotta go see it.
You gotta go
This is
see
the
it.
things that we do, and so have been taken to the theater and I have been dragged to the theater and I've sat through all the John Wicks. I think to me what's really exciting is this side story because it really is not John Wick, but it is John Wick and perhaps developing a new group of characters. And so we knew about this movie for a while, those who follow the John Wick universe, I'm gonna say, because there are other things like the Continental show. We spoke about the High Table show that's coming. They are building out their universe. There's also a movie called Nobody. Nobody was really good. You should watch it. Um, which they don't claim Nobody, but it has some of the same characters. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same universe. And so um I think this is an interesting way to build out the universe. I think this is a smart way to uh, do adjacent stories as
hmm
they allegedly begin to pull away from the main John Wick character
hmm
um, in their universe and start to focus on some of the other stories surrounding this main story. And so I think that's really interesting. I think it's really smart, and the trailer looks good. I'll be honest. I'm way more excited about this than I was about like John Wick 4. And so or 3, whatever. I can't keep up. But whatever. I'm excited about this because it looks interesting. It's a new story,
hmm
and it does not appear to be the same copy and paste story of the John Wick movies. Now, what I'm hoping, and
hmm
I guess we'll see, is that this is an actual story and not just a long chase movie because the John Wick movies are very often go get them and John Wick running from everyone and destroying everyone, or I'm gonna get y'all, and John Wick just getting everybody. This seems to be a little bit different, and I'm hoping that they are investing in story because that is my beef with the John Wick movies. That there really is not a story; it's just action for 2 to 3 hours. And so it looks like perhaps there is a story here. Perhaps they are trying to make just a good film and not just an action film. Because I believe the best movies are layered and not just the one thing.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a great trailer, and maybe it will just be all action and no story, and I'll be disappointed. However, I will watch this and I will report back.
Right. When is it coming out in 2025?
Yeah, I could probably find the exact date because I already pulled up the IMDb. Also, I wanted to say, uh, it's interesting that not only is Norman Reedus in this film, which is super famous for The Walking Dead and his character there, but also we see in the trailer that Lance Reddick is in this,
And
and I thought that was really interesting because I did not know Lance Reddick had
more films.
had movies left in the tuck.
Yeah.
Um,
I that was the thing that I've been sitting here trying to remember. Um,
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought that was it was nice to see him. And I thought it was cool that, I thought that there was another film he had done that came out already. I thought that was the last one.
Right.
You know, um, nice to see him on screen again. So,
Agreed. According to IMDb, the release date is June 6, 2025.
oh, who's taking
But
me for my
maybe
birthday?
maybe it will
Call
maybe
me.
that will change. I don't remember there being a release date in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but IMDb is kind of the place to go for these things, and that's why I
Well,
went there.
it's in 2025. It's totally fine. We'll know before it comes out. Um, but yeah, so we'll let y'all know once that happens.
Oh yeah.
Long, long,
The
long,
trailer
long,
also says June
long
6th.
time.
I just pulled it back up.
Okay, so cool.